AITA, for telling my husband's cousin she shouldn't have thrown a gender reveal party? Story 1. Both me 29F and my husband's cousin Lena, fake name 27F, are pregnant. I'm due in late May, while she's due in August. My baby will be my second child. I have a 3-year-old son, and hers is her first. Lena and I aren't particularly close, and to be honest, I'm not fond of her, but since we're both pregnant, we've been talking more often than usual. It was during those conversations that she expressed wanting a baby girl. She specifically said she couldn't see herself raising a boy. Last month, Lena hosted a gender reveal party and found out she's having a son. She was visibly disappointed after finding out the sex of her baby. She threw on a fake smile during the actual reveal, but didn't keep it up for long. For the rest of the party, Lena remained frustrated and was cold and short with everyone who tried to congratulate her. I don't know if Lena told anyone else that she wanted a girl, but her disappointment has gotten pretty obvious. Since her party, she's been less excited about her pregnancy. We've been speaking less because she doesn't even want to talk about her baby anymore. Her sadness has earned her some sympathy and support from my in-laws. My baby shower will take place this weekend. I'm having a girl, but my husband and I decided to wait until birth to reveal that. As such, none of my in-laws have been informed. A couple days ago, Lena called to ask about my baby's gender. She said that if I'm expecting a girl, she won't come to the baby shower. When I asked why, she said she's still mourning her daughter and doesn't want to be reminded that she's not having a girl. She also said that since she'd shared her reveal with the family, it was only fair I told her. I reminded her we weren't telling anyone until birth, but told her she was welcome to avoid the shower if she wasn't comfortable attending. Lena continued to pressure me to tell her, but I stood my ground. After some back and forth, she told me I was being inconsiderate, as I knew how devastated she'd been. She said she deserved to know if I was about to rub my happiness in her face. That's when I ran out of patience. I told Lena that if having a boy was that awful to her, she shouldn't have thrown herself a gender reveal in the first place. I said that she could stop celebrating her pregnancy if she wanted to, but she can't dictate what I do about mine. Lena is furious. She told my in-laws that I was kicking her out of my baby shower. I told everyone the truth, but many are still on her side. They're saying that it's rude of me to dismiss Lena's pain, and that I should be more graceful towards her. My husband is completely on my side, as is my brother-in-law. As much as I don't think I was wrong to stand my ground, I do recognize that her feelings towards her baby are none of my business. I was both frustrated and exhausted at the time, and I know I would have reacted differently otherwise. AITA? Our advice. It sounds like this situation has been really challenging for both you and Lena, and emotions are running high. While Lena's disappointment is valid, the way she handled her feelings at her gender reveal party and now at your baby shower request seems to be causing some tension. In terms of your response, it's understandable that you were feeling frustrated and protective of your own celebration. However, telling Lena that she shouldn't have thrown a gender reveal party was probably not the most empathetic approach. It's important to acknowledge her feelings, even if you don't agree with how she expressed them. In the future, if similar situations arise, try to approach them with empathy and understanding. Validate Lena's feelings while also setting boundaries to protect your own celebration. You could have calmly explained that you wanted to respect her emotions, but also needed to focus on your own excitement and plans for your baby shower. Ultimately, it's a complex situation and emotions can cloud judgment. It's good that your husband and brother-in-law are supporting you, and hopefully, with time, tensions will ease. Reflect on the situation and perhaps consider reaching out to Lena to have a calm, honest conversation about how you both can move forward positively despite the differences in your pregnancies. First comment. AITA. Lena knew when choosing to try for a baby that there was a 50% chance she'd have a boy. If she was so determined that she didn't want to be a mother to a boy, she should never have gotten pregnant in the first place. There's plenty of little girls out there looking for a loving adoptive family. Regardless of her feelings on the matter, she doesn't get to be a giant cowbag just because pure chance means you are expecting a girl. Personally, I think gender reveals are gross anyway. Who cares about the gender of your child as long as they're healthy? The scan can be wrong anyway. Second comment. AITA. You are not dismissing Lena's pain, you're just not allowing her to make your shower or pregnancy about her. You did not kick her out of your shower, she lied because you won't tell her the baby's gender. She's being ridiculous and selfish. To act as if her having a boy is a huge loss that she needs sympathy for makes me so sad for her poor son. If she keeps this up, he will know he was never wanted by his mother. She has many more issues to deal with than not knowing the gender of your baby. Ignore those that are on her side. They're just adding to a drama you didn't create. I would stop communicating with Lena for peace of mind. Focus on your pregnancy and try not to deal with her if you can. Story 2. AITA, if I 26F don't have my sister 21F be a bridesmaid? My sister is getting married in May. We always talked about having each other as Mo, since we are each other's only sister. We have an older brother. When she got engaged, she did not have me as her Mo, instead having my Sil. I'm not going to lie. It really hurt my feelings and I tried to accept it. She changed her mind a month later due to my parents throwing a fit, and now we are co-Mos. Then I had to plan the bachelorette. I was planning it based off of what she was texting me she wanted. However, my Sil and sister's future Sils fought me on every choice I made, claiming that she wanted the polar opposite, and when we all tried talking to her about it, she got mad we couldn't resolve it on our own. Then the bachelorette. I flew across the country to attend. Everyone completely ignored me at the bachelorette. None of the decor I purchased was used, and the Sils took credit for the things I had done for the trip. The first night, I went to tell my CS and other girls in the hot tub to turn the volume down to avoid a $500 noise violation fine from the Airbnb, and my sister says ignore her. She's a B. Which hurt a lot because I put a lot of effort into the trip. The next day, I offered to do a coffee run while they were at the first bar because I didn't feel like drinking yet and needed a coffee. In the 10 minutes I was gone, they took the one and only group picture from the trip without me. I also found out that day that it was my sister who told my parents I was bisexual last year without my permission. I never wanted them to know since they don't agree with homosexuality. When I said how upset I was, she went, "You probably snitched on me for something and deserved it." After the bachelorette, I was incredibly upset, and when I tried talking to her about it, she only apologized by saying, "I'm sorry you feel that way," and tried to defend her actions but never actually said she was sorry for hurting me. I have barely heard from her since. I also found out recently all the bridesmaids are getting their nails done together for the wedding, and I was not told. When I talked to my sis about it, she went, "Well, I didn't know when you were flying back," which she very easily could have texted me to ask. Now for the part where I'm debating if I will be an asshole. I know I'm getting engaged in the very near future next month, I think. Now, I don't even want her in the bridal party at all. She has been mean to our entire family in her wedding planning process, and she has not made an effort to contribute to a relationship with me in the last few years. She doesn't even know what state I live in, even though I've lived here for years. Would I be the asshole if I don't have her be a bridesmaid in my bridal party once I get engaged? Our advice. Given the circumstances you've described, it's completely understandable that you're feeling hurt and hesitant about including your sister as a bridesmaid in your own wedding. Your sister's behavior towards you during her wedding planning and the bachelorette party was disrespectful and hurtful. Choosing bridesmaids is a personal decision, and it's important to surround yourself with supportive and positive people on your special day. If your sister has not made efforts to maintain a relationship with you, has been dismissive of your feelings, and has caused you emotional distress, it's reasonable to consider whether she should have a role in your bridal party. Before making a final decision, it might be worth having a calm and honest conversation with your sister about how her actions have affected you and your relationship. Express your feelings and concerns openly. Depending on her response, and whether you feel she is genuinely remorseful and willing to repair your relationship, you can then decide whether having her as a bridesmaid aligns with your vision for your wedding. Ultimately, your wedding should be a celebration surrounded by people who love and support you. You have the right to prioritize your own well-being and happiness when making decisions about your bridal party. You would not be the asshole for considering whether to include your sister based on her behavior towards you. First comment. Good grief, Oppie. Don't you see the dynamic here? You keep saying she's your baby sister. Baby. The baby is the one who gets indulged. The baby is allowed by everyone to get away with whatever bad behavior she exhibits because she's the baby. You need to put your foot down, as do your parents. If you want baby to grow up, you need to start imposing consequences on her for her bad behavior. So what if you dropping out of her wedding would cause drama? Consequences. Up. However, if you're so unwilling to upset the baby that you'd take the AU she's been dishing out, go whole hog. Make her your Mo and suffer the consequences. I mean, baby must not be denied. My eyes are rolling so hard I just saw my cat sneaking up behind me without turning around. Second comment. AITA. But only to yourself. I'm the oldest child in my family, so I get wanting your baby sister to have the wedding of her dreams. But from the sounds of it, her dream wedding doesn't even include you. Come on. She wasn't even going to honor your pact the two of you made and make you her Mo. She chose a Sil instead. She only made you co-Mo to appease your parents. Then to out you to your parents before all of this and have the audacity to say you somehow deserved it. A hard lesson learned is that people can only treat you the way you allow them to treat you. You are essentially teaching her that she can treat you however she wants, and you're still going to do what's necessary to try and be there for her. Full stop. That's the only way she's going to get the message that she can't treat people like this and they still bend over backwards for her. Speaking from personal experience, I know exactly how bad it hurts to realize that you don't mean as much to someone as they do to you. I've also witnessed my daughter 14 beg and plead with her older half-sister to spend time with her and have a relationship with her, and her half-sister treats her like a leper instead. Watching her go through that over and over is heartbreaking. Have more self-respect and self-love for yourself than this. You deserve better. As others have said, she's showing you who she is. Believe her.